All right, so good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's doing good. Um, how's everyone's week been?
Pretty good.
Good.
Good. All right, so we're just gonna take today to kind of re-examine the compact of understanding. And just go over it and remind ourselves kind of what we agreed upon at the beginning of the semester. So I'm gonna share my screen. And then is everyone seeing the compact of understanding?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So weekly meeting Zoom link is on this compact of understanding. It's been there since the beginning of the semester. And so does everyone know where to find that then?
Mm-hmm.
So that is under just this week 2 log. I can move it out of the week 2 log and just into this folder. And now it's just in the folder for right next to the event sign up. So is that more helpful for people?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So things have changed for this part, but we have our actual part of understanding down here. So this first one, we as a group need to have supportive and empathetic attitudes in order to help out kids who may have a different situation than other kids. The values that we should have are responsibility, care, and team building. The behavior that we need to have needs to be professional, but also friendly. We want the kids to trust us and build that relationship with them, but in a way where they know that the kids cannot just get away with everything. Otherwise, the kids will not learn. So overall, I think we've been doing that well. How do we feel about this goal here? So where are we on that?
I think we're doing pretty good on that.
Okay. Yeah, I think like, I don't know about you, Patrona, but I had a good time at the Kids Night Out event last time, and that was a fun time to kind of build some relationships with kiddos. So I had a good time with that.
Yeah, I also had a good time, but too many kids and I feel a little uncomfortable and I didn't know what to do and yeah.
Yeah. If you wanted to, for the no school camps, I know it's a bit like that's a lot of 3 people at the same time is a lot of people, and so I did tell Jen like, hey, if you want someone to be doing something else during that camp, they can do that if you need volunteers elsewhere. And so maybe that's something you can do then if that's something you're more comfortable with and feel more interested in doing. But we'll see when we get there. All right, Alexis, you're planning on going in Friday from 8 to 12, right?
Yes, I sure am.
Perfect. Do you want to just email Jennifer on the group email chain that we have?
Yeah, I can do that.
Perfect, thanks. All right, in that case, we will move on.
Also, since I will be there at 2 to 4, I might be a little late because I will be in Grand Island. So I was trying to get there by 2. If not, I'm gonna have to be there a little late.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
And you can stay till 5 if you need.
Okay.
So I'll be there 3 to 5 because I have an appointment that got scheduled for 1:30. So, but yeah,
Okay.
you can stay late if you want, and if you're a little late, no big deal. All right, so what sacrifices do we need to make in order to achieve our goals? Come together as a group or meet up in Zoom to talk more about our planning. Also, then be prepared for the project that we are doing working with kids, check out and help with what each person did, reflect and focus on our main topic. All right, and so how do we think that's going? So our goals for this semester, one was like learning more about nonprofits. We wanted to help coordinate safe environments. And then, well, I guess these two have changed since we are no longer doing that type of thing, but we did change to learning more about nonprofits. How do we feel that's going?
I think with doing these events, like we're slowly like learning more about it.
Yeah. I definitely think I'm learning more about partnerships, like with different community entities, which is really interesting to hear about. All right. And then this next part, so far the group is doing well with communicating. A sacrifice we will have to make is time management to be able to meet as a group. Granted, we all have our own parts to grasp, but we should be able to get some insight on what others are doing and do a briefing of what we have accomplished at certain points. All right. So how do we feel that's going? So in terms of time management and meeting as a group, how do we feel that's going? Do we think we need to set any other standards for this?
I know it can be difficult. For the most part, I feel like most of us have done all right with that. And I do owe you guys an apology from last week. It was super chaotic. But I think now this week we're all going to get back on track and get back to the original plan. But so far, I think we've all made it to majority of the meetings. We've all contributed most of our parts. And even if we do have to get reminders still, that's like nice that like we all kind of stay on top of each other to get things in.
Okay. I kind of feel the same way about it, but yes. Yeah, thank you, Alexis. All right, and so, yep, time management and meeting as a group, definitely sacrifices that we've been making and can continue to keep making. What shifts in priorities, resources, and power will be necessary to achieve our goals? In order to be successful in this project, we need to give 100. I'm not a fan of the phrase 110% effort because I'm 100% of a person already. And so maybe not that, but we get what it means as a phrase.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about like truly caring about this project? Like, are we all finding something that we enjoy about the project?
I mean, I do. I like it. Kind of feels kind of like a YMCA, but like different events throughout the week.
Mhm.
That's kind of what I did at the Y. I really like that.
Yeah, I also really enjoy that part.
I've enjoyed like when I was handing out flyers with Brinley, like we got to know each other more because like we were spending 3 hours in the car together and we would talk. So like I'm getting to know you guys more.
Mhm. Yeah, so that's been fun. Oh, where'd she go? Okay, I'm assuming she just got kicked off the Zoom. Hopefully she will be back. Just a moment. Okay, perfect. Just a reminder, reachable within 24 hours. I think we've done good at reassessing that from last week and moving forward. So thanks everyone. So if you're unable to access the internet for the meeting or just unable to attend, we'll watch that Zoom recording. I'll post the Zoom recording there and Brinley should be able to watch it and give input where she feels is necessary. A weekly log, make sure we're going through and like touching base on that. I think we've been doing that. Making sure like if we're not able to get hours for a week, like Christian, you did a good job of listing that in there. so that everything was like in one place. So thank you for that. So are you doing okay, by the way?
My throat hurts and chest is kind of inflamed, so that's why I'm not talking as much. But I'm slowly getting better.
No, it's all good. Just want to make sure you're doing good.
Yeah.
All right. And then decision making, I think we've done good at that.
Yeah.
Hey Alexis, I'm assuming your internet just kicked out or something.
Yeah, it just kicked me off of the Zoom call.
Okay. We're just, yeah, it's all good. I just kind of figured that happened. Just to catch you up, we said that when, like, if you miss a week for a meeting, just go ahead and watch that Zoom recording. And then what else? Oh, make sure we're all like editing the weekly log so that we're all staying on top of things and everything is kind of like in one location. We'll submit our group assignments to the instructor, so the group leader for the week by Sunday of that week. I like getting things done sooner. I know sometimes it's just harder to get things done though, so I get it. But definitely Sunday, if we can. I know most of us don't really do our service hours on Sunday, so if we can like message in the group chat and say, hey, group leader, I'm all done with my hours. If we could do that on like at the beginning of the week, or not the beginning of the week, at the end of the week sometime, that would be great, just so that we don't have to send out messages asking people for that. So when you're done updating your hours, just message the group. How do we feel about that?
Yeah.
I think that would help the group leader for that week. Yeah.
Okay, participation in the group. Everyone will participate in discussions. Each team member is expected to contribute their own ideas, which I think we've been doing. And now that we're in full gear, like I think things are going smoothly with just kind of making sure we get our hours in and stuff like that. Stuff we've covered. So asking questions, how we can help each other. I think we've been doing good at asking and responding to questions. Do people feel the same?
Yeah, I think for the most part we have been doing good.
Perfect. All right. And I think we're good on that. Okay, perfect. So how do we feel about this last one? As a group, we will enforce the compact of understanding by ensuring we communicate when we believe the compact has been broken.
I feel like this group, if something wasn't going right, we would say something like we've already done I can't remember the website, but meeting times, we figured that out.
Mhm.
And because what we were doing before didn't work, but now we figured out a time that works for most of us.
Yeah.
So I feel like if something wasn't going right, we would say something.
Mhm. Perfect. All right. And then here's just this list for assignment leaders. So next week we won't have a meeting because of fall break. But this Sunday, there's that log for team members or group evaluations that are due. And then there's also the movie analysis that you'll do over fall break as well.
Yeah.
So just reminders on those, just some things that are out of the ordinary. And then we're back to that original rotation with our last week as group leaders.